Hey everyone, today I got for you a 1v1 with Orks and Dark Eldar on Dawn of War Soulstorm. I thought this was a pretty good one, a lot of action. You can't tell who's going to win or lose. It's very close. Very, very close. So, I thought this was a pretty good replay. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. So we got PaoN, PaoN as Orks. I think I have a few videos on this guy. I know I've seen him before. And I have TheBlastFurnance on the other side. I actually watched TheBlastFurnance a couple times. This is the I want to say is the third or fourth match I've seen. So he's been practicing. He just got done fighting Eldar. He was able to beat Eldar as Dark Eldar. And now he's fighting Orks. The Eldar match, nothing really interesting happened. But this one I thought was much more interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and record this one. If you guys don't know who TheBlastFurnance is, he does very well in tournaments. He's one of the best Dark Eldar players out there. He's been playing Dark Eldar before I did, before I started making videos. So this guy's been, he basically been playing Dark Eldar since Soulstorm came out. He's been playing Dark Eldar for a long time. And it's safe to say he's one of the, if not the best, Dark Eldar players out there. And PaoN here gives him a run for his money. So if you can give the best Dark Eldar player a run for his money, pretty good. And I want to talk about a few things before I start. I just recently changed all my sounds. I looked up tips. So I'm recording with OSB, and OSB is very confusing, and I didn't know how it worked. I looked up a video explaining how OSB worked. I still don't know how it works, but I added filters. I added I changed a lot of things. I pressed like 50 buttons, so my sound should be completely different now. I'm hoping the quality is higher. My microphone's the same. My speakers are the same, but I'm hoping the sound quality is higher. And while I was messing around with OSB, I think I figured out how to stream, but I'm still like learning the ropes. Streaming, there's like 3 or 4 things involved, so it's gonna take me a while to wrap my head around that. It's gonna be, I need a lot of practice before I can get the hang of that. And yeah, I will stream if there's demand. If people, I will stream if people will watch it. If people are interested. Yeah, so there's a tournament coming up pretty soon. I think you can still sign up for it, and it's on Discord. And the new Dawn of War game is coming out soon, so very exciting. And yeah, I guess that's it. We actually, so I wouldn't say a new player. So in a 1v1, you can have 6 people watching you. I was one of them, and there was like 3 others. One of them was, I think, Dantis. Dantis is actually like the world champion. And Dantis was watching this, and I had a returning player watching this. There was a returning player watching this, and I was explaining to him how multiplayer worked. Now, he played multiplayer before, but I think he forgot. It was like coming back to him. But yeah, you'll see me talk to this guy explaining how multiplayer works, and he's like, oh. And what's interesting is he also commentates on this match. So me in the past is commentating. I'm commentating now, and this returning player is also commentating. So we're gonna have like 3 people talk about this match. And it was really like heads or tails. We had no idea what was happening. And this is coming from a guy who plays it all the time. I had no idea what was happening. So I think you'll really enjoy this. This is a pretty long 1v1. They really struggle to take each other out. So you just have to sit back and settle in for a while. Let me know if the sound is different at all. And yeah. If you guys want me to make any changes to my setup, go ahead and let me know. If you want my setup to be different, I can do that. So let me know about that. And yeah. I think that's it for the intro. TheBlastFurnance really does really well in tournaments. Like, I don't know if he's... I have no idea if he's won a tournament, but I know he's got, like, maybe top 4. I know he's gotten to, like, the semifinals. Pretty sure. And that's a world tournament. There's, like, 500 players. So I would say TheBlastFurnance is definitely in the top 50 of all players. So, big deal. And he's been doing tournaments longer than I've been making videos. So it's kind of crazy. PaoN, I don't know anything about him, but does really well. Alright, I think that's going to be it for the intro. I think Dark Eldar versus Orks is a really interesting matchup. I think Dark Eldar really struggles against buildings, and Orks specialize in buildings. So it's going to be really interesting. And yeah, I'll shut up now and go ahead and start it. Here we go. Now I might skip the first couple minutes because not a whole lot happens. Okay, vehicle factory right away. 1 generator. And 3 mandrakes. This is an interesting build order. So it's map heavy and also vehicle heavy. Which you don't see too... Not many factions can do that. Then we have Orks. I think Orks plays standard. There's not a whole lot of Ork build orders.
Oh, hey, boss.
Okay. Again, let me know if the sound is too loud or too quiet. I can change it. I'll actually lower it. I'll lower the sound a hair. I'm gonna lower it just like a hair. I think that should be fine. Yeah, just a hair. Alright.
It now belongs to the
In a minute here, it's gonna get very intense. I think I will speed it up just a hair. Just so it's more interesting. Okay, looks like he's capturing the outer points first. Yeah, he's capturing the outer points first. Looks like Orks is doing a normal cap order. But Dark Eldar is capping his outer points first. Dark Eldar can capture the map faster than anyone. So, okay, here we go. First fight. Looks like Orks are trying to decap. Orks are really... I would say Orks are really good at decapping. Sluggo boys are really hard to kill at the start of the game. So this decapping strategy is not bad. And you can decap this, which would cost it would cost Dark Eldar like 30 seconds. So if he decaps that, that's like 30 seconds. Okay. Not quite. You can almost decap it. See if he decaps this one. Nope. Okay. But it looks like he didn't reinforce the squad, which was smart. He didn't put too much time and money into that squad. And now Dark Eldar has some souls. I don't think it's enough souls to activate an ability. Orks are making mines, but he was too slow. Mines do pretty good damage to vehicles. Not like a lot, but it should help. 85 to 10 at 3 minutes. That's actually really good. 97 to 10. 97 to 10 at 3 minutes is really good. This is very, I would say this is very playable. Actually, let me do an economy check. 104 to 20. Wow. That is a killer economy, actually. And it looks like Dark Eldar is going tier 2. On this map, tier 2 is very hard to stop. Looks like Dark Eldar is capturing the critical locations. Fast forward it just a hair.
6 minutes.
Again, these are, I would say, top 50 players in the world. Okay, looks like no slave chamber yet. Fast forward a bit to the next fight. Okay, there's a slave chamber. Makes a raider. Interesting choice. No one really likes raiders. Okay, Scourges at 6 minutes. Pretty fast. Okay, next fight. 104 to 30. That's excellent economy. Good job. Storm boys, reinforced. Shooter boys. Got tank busters. Got the force field upgrade. Pretty strong orc army. Getting a bunch of souls. Good job. There might be 2 squads of tank busters. Detection on Scourges. Poison upgrade. Getting some upgrades going. Tied up the tank busters. Both tank buster squads might go down. I think Orks really need to kill. Orks needs to kill something to survive. If he doesn't kill something, he's kind of screwed. Big mech stun. Good job. Stunning the raider. Kind of a mess of a fight, but good job. Dark Eldar is decapping the point. Scourges. These Scourges are upgraded to anti-vehicle, so their infantry damage is not that good. These shooter boys should be able to kill the Scourges. Get some knobs going. Speed boost on the Storm boys. Really good job. Really good fight here. Tank busters are being detected by something. Oh, homunculus. Okay, this is a very, I would say this is a very power hungry build order. This costs a lot of generators. Archon's out. Archon can kill the big mech, no problem. I think that mandrakes are almost dead. Looks like Orks is not capturing his point back. Too focused on the fight. So, Dark Eldar should have an economy advantage. Nice teleport, just really trying to kill these Scourges. Excellent Storm Boy usage. Tank busters are tied up again. I don't see the Raider anywhere, or the jet bikes. I'm not sure if they went down or something. If they went down, it's hard to tell. Oh yeah, they did. They did go down. Good job. I didn't see it happening. I didn't see the vehicles go down, but it must have went down. Homunculus is almost dead. A couple more shots should do it. Really good Storm Boy control. I would say this is actually perfect Storm Boy micro. Really good job. Archon versus Shooter Boys. Have to decap this critical location to stop the timer. I would say this is pretty close to a perfect fight from Orks. Orks is fighting pretty much perfectly. Okay, Dark Eldars increasing their economy. Okay, so it looks like the Mandrakes died, and half the vehicles died. And the Homunculus is pretty much dead. So it looks like 2 squads and 2 commanders, and that's it. Okay, Orks did manage to capture his point. Good job. Capturing your point in the middle of a fight is really hard. Orks must have like 5 or 6 squads. Again, really nice Storm Boy usage. Nice use of the cover. Shooting through the wall. Now, in the last video I talked about map abuse, but I think shooting through this wall is intentional. I think that's the way it's designed to be. Now if he stuns the... Oh yeah, I think these are stunned. He stunned all 3 bikes. Good job. One goes down. I can tell they were stunned, but they weren't shooting. Okay, Knobs versus Archon. Okay, both commanders down. That was a bad push. I really expect Orks for keeping up the pressure after losing so much. Orks have 2 squads right now, and they're still doing pretty good. I don't see the tank busters anymore. Maybe the tank busters died. Okay, Orks goes back. That was like a good, what? That was like a good 5 minutes of fighting. Tank busters are over here now. Did they? Okay, they did get the relic. So relic's down for Dark Eldar. Tank busters are finally down. I think they paid off. They destroyed the relic. So good job there. Blast Furnace is using his souls. Good job. Repairing the bikes. I'm not sure if he has the damage upgrade or not. The bike damage upgrade. Second Homunculus. Homunculus does morale damage. And Orks never really have to worry about morale because of the wall mechanic. Okay, Orks are now pushing. Revenge. Okay, they really need to take this building down to even up the economy. Bikes are stunned again. Orks really needs like a war track. A war track with a missile launcher upgrade can destroy all this. Interesting mine in the middle of the map. He really needs to take this building down to even up the economy. Big Mac can destroy these bikes with the claw. I think he's actually doing that now. He's destroying the bikes with the claw. Excellent micro. More tank busters. I think this is the third or fourth squad. These bikes are not paying off at all, actually. They might have actually touched the mine. The mine was right here. They really need to destroy this building to even up the economy. There we go. If you might be able to decap it. There's a lot of damage right here, though. New Mandrake squad. Witches getting blown up by the mine. Okay, decap happened, but I think half the squad's dead. There was like, I think 5 Storm Boys or more died during that decap. Okay, so now I'll do another economy check. So Dark Eldar lost 3 listening points. So 98 to 66. Still playable economy for sure. And Orks has 103, 33 to 40 economy. More blue but less green. But looks like Orks is floating in green. So I don't think they need another generator right now. They're not really using it. They really need they really need a war track. Really, they just need 1 war track, and they're good to go. And they need to upgrade the big mech so he has the electric gun. Tank Buster spotted out in the open. That's pretty bad. Tank Buster's down. Trying to stop the relic. Good job. Actually did stop the relic. Witches detect tank busters. Storm Boy's going in. I don't know if they'll be able to do any damage. These listening posts do a lot of damage. I don't think Storm Boys will be able to do a whole lot. Ooh, they stopped this. No, I don't think they'll be able to. Yeah, still making river jet bikes, even though they all got destroyed. Interesting. Again, still not sure if they have the damage upgrade or not. Or the health upgrade. More tank busters. I think this is a 6 squad. Kill can. There we go. Kill can is one of the best vehicles in the game, I think. Kills commanders, no problem. Which is just absolutely... I think this was the Shoota squad. Which is absolutely decimated the Shoota squad. Tank busters might be down. It's interesting, Dark Eldar is still using the same army for like 10 minutes. Orks is trying to do some variety. Very good Storm Boy usage. I still think the Big Mech needs the electric gun upgrade. Now his whole army is going back to attack the Kill Can. Kill Can is very dangerous, so it makes sense. See, he kills a vehicle in 3 hits. That's pretty good. Now his whole army is attacking the Kill Can. Listening post might go down a second time. Destroyed a listening post in about 4 hits. That's pretty good. Second kill can. These kill cans are very expensive. So these kill cans needs you can upgrade this gun to a rocket launcher, and this rocket launcher should be able to kill the bikes no problem. You can also upgrade these banners to missile launcher. So Orks does have anti-vehicle options. And if these bikes are not upgraded, these buildings should be strong enough to destroy these bikes. Okay. Kill Can is scaring off the witches. Kill Can or witches do like no vehicle damage, so there's no way these witches can kill the vehicle. Listening post goes down. I think the Kill Can also went down. Dark Eldar finally gets the relic. They haven't had the relic for a while. Nice transport. Got a transport. Great stun. Stun like 6 vehicles. Again, just really needs a war track and with the missile launcher upgrade. And you have plenty of power. You have like 900 power. Gretchen's goes down. I think the witches are detecting or something. I don't know what's detecting. Now the Orc relic is down. Looks like it's pretty even match so far. Looks like witches are going in. This is a pretty big fight. Tier 2 Dark Eldar fighting, I would say, yeah, this is still Tier 2 Orks. So Tier 2 battle. A lot of souls are getting ton. Looks like Dark Eldar is going all out on souls. Raider stun. Really needs that missile launcher upgrade on the Kilocan. This is like the 30th bike. I think Dark Eldar made about 30 bikes so far. 138 to 64, not bad. Now Dark Eldar's tier 3. And Orks calls it. And there you go. I think once that Ork transport went down, that was the end of it. So a minute ago, Dark Eldar had like plus 67 power, and now it's 63. So something happened. But yeah. It looks like not Dark Eldar. It looks like Orks really struggled with Dark Eldar speed. So I think the better option would have been to put the tank busters in the transport. And Orks lost pretty much everything right here. The relic, I think 2 banners, a pile of guns. Well, actually no, I think the pile of guns was alive, but lost the Gretchens. I would say if you're an Ork player and you lose the pile of guns, it's pretty much game over. You really need the pile of guns. I'm not sure what upgrades Orks bought. I don't know if they have the health upgrade or the damage upgrade. I don't know. Are these are these bikes upgraded? Yeah, okay. So now they're upgraded at tier 3. Okay, looks like the bikes are maxed out. Actually no, I think they max out. They have one more vehicle upgrade. I think they have one more health upgrade. So they have one more upgrade and then they're maxed out. But yeah. Looks like Dark Eldar takes it. Me and this guy were talking back and forth, and we were really thinking. We both thought Orks won, especially right here. We really thought Orks won right here. So it looks like the witches really came in handy, and the mandrakes. Mandrakes were good the whole time. Just tying up the tank busters. But yeah, I really think maybe the War Track would have helped out a lot with the rocket launcher upgrade. It could have killed the bikes, no problem. And who knows? This was a really tough match. When those 2 banners got destroyed, I think Orks went back to tier 1. So it's tier 1 Orks fighting tier 3 Dark Eldar. If your banners get destroyed, it's pretty much GG. You can't really recover from that. And what's funny is this map has a slag, which gives you a ton of power. And I don't think any player used it. And it also looks like Dark Eldar made a lot of souls. You can see here he's got this soul factory set up, and he's got 38 souls. So he must have used it all. I'm not sure on what though. But yeah, he's got like the soul factory set up. He should be getting like 20 souls every couple of seconds. So in a minute here, it should go up to like 150. It should be like 100 souls every minute. But yeah. Looks like he's getting the second economy upgrade. He's actually floating on power, which I'm surprised. Everything he bought cost power. So I'm actually shocked that he's got so much power left. And it looks like he's making the Archon again. He might have the malediction stun, which would have been a big deal. And I'm actually not seeing the homunculus. He bought the homunculus the second time, and I'm not seeing it. So it was interesting. Orks mostly bought an army that cost blue, and Dark Eldar made an army that cost mostly green. So that was interesting. But yeah, I would say Orks really struggled to just keep up with speed. Dark Eldar was just too fast. Way too fast. So yeah, I would say the Storm Boys were pretty much perfect. The Big Mech was pretty much perfect. The Tank Busters died like 8 times. That was like the 8th Tank Buster squad. This is like the 20th or 30th River jet bike. I think this is actually like the 30th. So anyways, I would say this was very close. This was extremely close. This fight in the middle could have gone either way. The fight around like 10 minutes. I think Orks definitely won that for sure. But then Dark Eldar made a stronger army. I think that's it for the fight. I'll go ahead and show you the end screen. I think this was a great replay. I can watch this a couple times and not get bored. So Dark Eldar got a higher score, almost double. Looks like Orks actually had a higher economy by 1,000. Having 1,000 more points is a pretty big deal, I would say. Honestly, I'm not even sure if Orks needed 4 generators. He was floating very hard on power. So maybe he made too many generators. Hard to tell. I'm not really sure where Orks went wrong at. I would say just put the tank busters in a transport and you would have been fine. And maybe I'm not really sure. Orks don't really have a dedicated, like, I'm trying to think of a vehicle that can, maybe the looted tanks. If he would have gotten the looted tanks, that might have worked. I'm not even sure. Well, yeah, I think the looted tanks would have killed the, yeah, the looted tanks might have worked. It would have killed the bikes. It's hard to tell, honestly. And also, knobs of claw. Knobs of claws can destroy the bikes, no problem. So yeah, I'm not sure what Orks could have done. Except make just a bunch of transports, maybe. Transport spam. 180 kills from Dark Eldar. 102 deaths. That's a pretty massive difference. But again, he lost like 6 Storm Boys just decapping that point. So hard to tell. Dark Eldar destroys 7 buildings versus 3. That's a big deal, I would say. If Orks lose any buildings, it's pretty much game over. They rely so heavily on their buildings. And it looks like Orks had double the army size of Dark Eldar, which is interesting. But yeah, I really thought this could have gone either way. This was like this easily could have gone either way. When Orks stunned those 6 bikes at the end of the match, if he had any kind of anti-vehicle, I think Orks probably would have won, destroying 6 vehicles in like 5 seconds. But unfortunately, the bikes escaped before the Big Mech stun. He wasn't able to destroy those 6 vehicles in time. That probably would have won him the game, to be honest. And it looks like Orks had higher economy in well, no, just blue. He had much more blue. It's a pretty big difference in blue. And what's funny is Orks, they didn't have upgraded listing points. So it's interesting that he had more blue with less. His listening points weren't upgraded. So that doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, here we can look at the upgrades. Orks had 8 upgrades. Dark Eldar had 8 upgrades. I think 8 upgrades for Orks is actually kind of small. Because you have the Stormboy speed upgrade, the Big Mech shield, then you probably have Blaster, so that's 3 upgrades right there. You really needed that Big Mech electric gun upgrade. That would have killed like everything. But yeah. I'm not sure if they had I'm not sure if Orks have an answer for witches and warp beasts. Witches kind of counter Orks pretty hard. Witches can tear right through knobs. They can tear right through Big Mech. They can tear pretty much everything. Everything Orks has except for the kill can. There's no way witches can kill the kill can, but they can kill everything else. So I would say this is a very tough. Maybe it's just a matchup thing. This is a very tough matchup for everyone. Alright, I think that's going to do it for me. Let me know what you guys think of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I would say these guys are top 50 in the world, probably. I haven't done my research in a while, but last time I checked, they were top 50. So, yeah, thanks for watching. I will say this: these guys have been playing before I bought the game, before I bought Soulstorm. So these guys have like double my hours, and they all play competitively too. So they're competitive players. So they play at like the highest level, like every day. Every day they play at the highest level. So it's kind of crazy. But yeah. I would say Orks made way more mistakes than Dark Eldar, but Orks had like 10 squads, and it's really hard to control 10 squads at once. He had like 3 tank buster squads, he had like 2 shoulder boy squads. It's very, very difficult to control an army that size. And he was also controlling the Gretchens, the builder guys, at the same time. So it's extremely difficult to micro an army that size. So anyways, I think that's it. I'm going to stop rambling on. Let me know if the sound is better or not. And thanks for watching. Bye.